What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to be the owner of some real deal money, aka some real deal silver. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about silver's recent pop in spot price, going from as low as somewhere between $32 and $33 not even 2 weeks ago to just a couple of days ago, popping all the way over $36 per troy ounce. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 super quick things as we fully dive into the video. Number 1, if you haven't already, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, make sure to try yourself some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you'd like to be, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really simple for a new investor to start investing because of how easy it is to learn about the market and navigate on their app. Webull link in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, currency sleeves, microscopes, the list goes on. Any and all stacking supplies, and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the spot price of silver. I want to talk about the recent pop that we have seen. I want to talk about a couple of things related to the spot price of silver moving in an upward direction. I want to talk a little bit about the spot price of gold as well. And funny enough, in the last week, gold is not performing anywhere near the way silver's performing. And let's do a quick spot price on the day update right here, right now. The spot price of silver as I'm filming this video at 10:37 in the morning on June 11th, 2025. Spot price is currently $36.19. It's actually red for the day. It was even higher than it is right now. It's down 25 cents or down 0.69%. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what silver is up to at the moment. But let's also take a quick look at the beautiful yellow metal gold. The spot price of gold as I'm filming this video, once again, 10:37 in the morning on June 11th, 2025, $3,332.87. It's actually up $11.08 or up 0.33%. So on the day, silver's down just a hair and gold is up just a hair. But the opposite is true if you look at or zoom out a little bit other than just today. Let's talk about some recent activity the precious metals have been experiencing. I mean, for example, we can take a quick look at silver and what it's done in the last week. It's actually up about $1.75 or up 5.04% in the last week. But let's zoom out even further. In the last month, it's up $3.70, aka 11.31%. Big moves for the beautiful white metal. Now, let's also take a look at gold really quick, and I'm not going to talk too much about gold because gold hasn't been moving in an upward or downward direction by a tremendous amount. But for the week, gold is actually down. It's down $24.70 or down 0.73% in the last week. And in the last month, it's up, but not by an insane amount. It's up by about $105 or up 3.25%. Not bad, But compared to silver's last month of 11.31%, gold's getting blown out of the water right now. Which, by the way, side note here, I'm perfectly okay with that because I would like to see gold fall below $3,000 by the end of the year. I don't know how lucky I'm going to get, but I would love to see that happen because there's a gold buffalo out there somewhere on planet Earth, and it's calling my name. But anyway, back to silver. Silver's recent pop. I mean, we can go back to, just go onto my YouTube channel. Not even 11 days ago, I posted a video, and it was talking about the spot price of silver falling below the $33 per troy ounce mark. It was $32, and I don't remember the cents off the top of my head, but somewhere between $32 and $33. It was in that $32 an ounce range. And going from that, not even 2 weeks ago, to now well over $36 per troy ounce. The spot price of silver has really popped in the last not even 2 weeks. And it's pretty exciting. Now, obviously, between red days and green days, I prefer the red days. Why is that? It's because I'm buying, not selling. When I'm trying to acquire more, when I'm trying to, quote unquote, load the boat or back up the truck. And when I say that, I mean on a much smaller scale than you're probably envisioning, because I haven't had the greatest of luck this year. But I'm still buying. And what does a customer like to see when they walk into the store? If I'm going to the grocery store and my plan, my mission walking in is to get myself a box of Cheerios, I'm going to buy it either way. But if I walk down the cereal aisle and see that it's on sale this week, would that or would that not make me happy? It would absolutely make me happy. Well, guess what? Same exact identical thing when it comes to silver. If I go to the local coin shop, or from time to time if I were to order some silver on the internet, and I see, just by checking the spot price, because I look at the spot price periodically, take a look at the spot price and I see, oh my God, we're down 1.5% today. Or I see, oh my God, we're down 4% in the last week or the last month. Absolutely, that makes me happy. It's because what I want to buy is on sale. What I want to buy is discounted. And it gives me the opportunity to get more of it for my cash, or the same amount of it for less cash. Of course, that's what I like to see. But regardless, even though I prefer the red days, and even though I prefer to buy when it's on sale, doesn't mean it's not exciting when the spot price pops in an upward direction. I mean, we're up over 11% in the last month. Either way, I find that to be exciting. Either way, that's something to talk about. And what's cool about it is that silver is, or at least I've always referred to it as the underdog metal. I believe that between silver and gold, silver is 100% without a doubt the underdog. And for understandable reasons, the richest of the richest of the rich, when times get rocky, they turn to gold as a safe haven. They turn to gold to protect and preserve their wealth, or to store value, or to keep just to preserve that purchasing power and fight back against the falling dollar, or the falling currency, I should say, because it's not exclusive to the US. The richest of the rich turn to, lean on, and prefer gold for obvious reasons. Gold is the more prestigious metal. It's also the more stable metal. Silver is much more volatile. When times get rocky, you don't want to lean on something with high volatility. You don't want to rely on something that has massive swings in upward or downward directions. You're looking for stability. Similar to how the way target date funds are set up. This is what a lot of people use for their 401ks. When you're starting out early in your career, It's very, very stock heavy, and a very small percentage, like 5%, is dedicated to bonds. Throughout your 20, 30, 40, 50-year career, slowly but surely, it becomes a little bit more bond heavy. It goes from that 5% for starters to 6%. A couple more years go by, now it's around 7%, 8%. 10 years go by, maybe it's closer to 10%, 11%, 12%. And by the time you are ready to retire, it's more bond heavy than it is stock heavy, because with stocks come volatility, with bonds typically come stability. And upon retirement, that's what you want. Every retiree in the world wants stability. You don't just, no, scratch that. Every retiree in the world needs stability. When you're younger or earlier on in your career, you can afford to take the more aggressive approach. You have time to recover. You have years, decades to rebound from a bear market. But upon retirement, you want and need stability, which is why a lot of people rely on gold. Gold is a little bit more reliable, a little bit more stable. It's a little bit more secure. While silver can be a little all over the place. Big swings in upward and downward directions. All that being said, being that gold is the preferred metal by the richest of the rich, and also a lot of everyday people, maybe you, maybe me, maybe him, maybe her, maybe your neighbor, maybe your friend, maybe your brother, maybe your son, whoever. A lot of people prefer gold as well. If they had to choose one of the two, a lot of people would say, yeah, give me the gold. You can have this amount of gold, or you can have an equal amount of silver, and most people would pick gold. Obviously, the silver stackers are a little bit different. We might look at silver as the opportunity metal, more room to grow, more room to perform, more room to do big things. We might see the vision that they are blind to, potentially, could be, maybe, possibly. But for stability purposes, a lot of people prefer gold. And gold is the metal that is typically talked about a whole lot more. Gold is the one that gets a little bit more recognition. Gold is the one that gets its flowers, I'll say. But when silver pops, like it did in the last week, all of a sudden silver becomes the headline metal. All of a sudden people start talking about silver. We saw this a little over 5 years ago, 2020. People were not freaking out about gold. People were excited about gold, but people were losing their minds over silver. When it started that upward trend, and it was just about to hit $20 per troy ounce for the first time in years, people were freaking out. Oh my God, is it going to happen? It's going to happen. It's not going to happen. People were bugging out. And then it hit $20 for the first time in years. That was the first time I saw $20 an ounce silver. I started stacking silver when it was $17. My very first year. The entire year went by. It fell all the way down to $14 and it stayed there. $14, $15. It worked its way up. $16, $17, $18, $19 the year after that. Going from the tail end of 2017 all the way to the very, very beginning of 2020. COVID crash happened, boom, everything took a major hit, and all of a sudden it started working its way back up, just like everything else did, or most other things did. And it hit $20 for the first time in my stacking journey, and a lot of people's stacking journeys. Silver was all over the place. Everyone was talking about silver. The people that couldn't care less about metals a week ago were all of a sudden, oh, I'm a silver stacker now. Oh, check me out. Look at me, I have silver. People were freaking out. And guess what happened after $20? It almost skipped the line to $30. In a very, very short window of time. It went from $20 to $22, $24, $26, $28, $29 and change. It touched $30 and came right back down to $29 something. All in 1 year. All in just a few months, actually. Now, if you were not stacking at the time, if you were not stacking silver 5 years ago, You missed that euphoria. People were losing their minds. People were going bananas. It was pure insanity in the precious metal world. So when silver makes big moves, kind of like what it did within the last week, all of a sudden, silver gets its respect. Silver doesn't get its respect on a regular basis the way that gold does. Everybody respects gold. Even the people that think hoarding precious metals is kind of archaic. People that think, just these gold bugs, they're old school, they got to get with the times. People like that, they may say that, but they do respect gold. There's nobody out there that disrespects gold. And if they do, they don't mean it. But silver does not get that same respect. Silver's a little bit different. Silver, from the clueless person's point of view, think that it's just like the cheap, broke person's version of gold, like a knockoff almost. Well, it's not. They're very different metals. They have different melting points. They weigh differently. If you take a troy ounce of silver and compare it to a troy ounce of gold, you'll see that the troy ounce of silver is larger. It takes a little bit more silver to weigh a troy ounce than it does gold. You put them both on the scale, they'll both say a troy ounce. It just takes more silver to reach that point. Like I said, different melting points, different industrial uses, different everything. Completely different chemicals. Completely different beasts. You just kind of have to, I don't want to say pick your poison, but you have to figure out what approach you want to take. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with taking both approaches, kind of like what I've done over the years. I've taken way more of a silver approach, and I'm open and honest about it. I'm very weak on gold. I picked up just a little bit of gold for every, wheelbarrow full of silver that I got. So I'm very weak and light on gold, and I plan on balancing it out a little bit. But all that being said, silver always needs to do something big to gain respect. It's the underdog metal. It's the slept-on metal. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's what I like about it. I understand that stacking silver is not equivalent to investing, nor is it equivalent to, sports betting, let's just say. But I always like rooting for the underdog. I've always been that way my whole life. In sports and this and that. Silver, it's not equivalent. But the way I look at it, a lot of similarities there. And when it comes to sports betting, there's a lot more money to be made by betting on the underdog, which is the riskier approach, obviously. The betting favorite oftentimes is the winner, but when the underdog wins and there's a major upset, that's where the money is made. When Mike Tyson lost his very first match, do you have any idea how rich people got over that? Millions upon millions upon millions were made. Generational wealth was created due to one boxing event. How crazy is that? Generational wealth was created just from Mike Tyson losing a boxing match. How crazy is that? Again, not saying that stacking silver, stacking gold is equivalent to sports betting or investing or anything like that. But it's just a little comparison. Just a little analogy, just a little metaphor. Just painting a picture. And that's one of my favorite things about silver. But I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to the spot price of silver, jumping the way that it has in the last couple of days or in the last week, or really in the last month, what are your thoughts? How do you feel about that? You excited? And what do you think's coming next? Head on down to the comments and let me know. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for bonus videos. Follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. And of course, 4 super quick things as we wrap up the video. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you'd like to get started, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to navigate on the app and learn about the market. And I do plan on taking 3 people this month in May of 2025. I want to help 3 people learn about the market and help them and guide them through kickstarting their very own investment portfolio. So if you want to be one of those 3, please reach out. And the Webull link will be in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, whether it be anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, currency sleeves, microscopes, the list goes on. Any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know one more time. What are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? What are your thoughts on the spot price of silver going from $32 and change just 2 weeks ago to all of a sudden over 36, potentially on its way to $37 per troy ounce. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer and closer to $40. There will be ups and downs along the way, but I can say with the utmost conviction that we will see $40 an ounce silver. Don't know when, don't know how soon it's going to happen, but I have a weird feeling it might happen sooner rather than later. But head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.